Hey everyone, good morning and good evening. So let's start with today's session. Let me see what exactly we are doing today. Okay, I was supposed to start a new topic, a new project altogether, that is Java Maven, but we'll not start that today. There is one more topic which is pending, that is Azure Artifacts. Okay, this part. This is not yet done, so let's complete this Azure Artifacts topic first before we move on to the next project. Now what exactly is Azure Artifacts, guys, and why exactly it is important, that is what we'll understand today. So Azure Artifact again is a part of Azure DevOps suite of tools what we have. So basically it helps us to centralize, manage the developer packages, codes and artifact at one single location. Why do you need all this at the first place? Give me 1 minute. Okay, why do you need this at the first place? Imagine you're creating a custom application and you have installed various packages from, like, suppose if you're using NuGet, you have gone to NuGet and if you have installed various packages from there. Those are basically third-party packages, guys, which you have installed to make your life easier. Imagine those packages got removed or from the source, so that you're connecting to nuget.org in order to download those packages. The packages got removed and your complete application is dependent upon that package. Your build is dependent upon that package. So if the package itself is removed from the source, your build will not happen. As simple as that. Or if suppose imagine the nuget.org, the application itself is down. What you will do? How will you build your application? So all these can lead to a serious disaster in real time. Okay, so if you're using any third-party packages in your custom application, you need to make sure that package is well secured and well procured in your own location. You need to maintain the own version. Just forget about nuget.org getting down or source getting deleted. Just imagine there is a new version, like you were using some Azure storage account packages and there's a new version of it got uploaded on the source. Now that new version you have not tested yet with your application. You don't know whether the new version, how the new version will react with your custom application. And if it gets upgraded to that new version, the package, then there's a great chance that your application may break. Correct? Then how do you tackle such things in real time? So Azure Artifact, that is what it does. It helps you store, publish your own software packages. Okay, and Azure Artifact supports various platforms. It supports, you can publish npm packages, you can publish NuGet packages, Python packages, Maven type packages. So there are various services what Azure Artifact supports. So Azure Artifact, just in a layman term, it's just a place, a storage wherein you can store your packages, dependency packages, and it has multiple features. Like once you have the packages in your Azure Artifact, this can be easily integrated with your build pipelines. You can easily integrate and share these packages with other developers. Using the package interface, you can version it. There are many features of Azure Artifact which you can use, which will make your life more easier. So basically this is nothing but this is a private location wherein you will keep your own third-party packages. Even though if anything XYZ happened with the actual source, the source is down, the package got deleted, there's a new version, anything as such, then you can directly use things directly from your own package source. Okay, so this is very much required because for the developers, because when they create application they tend to use so many packages from third-party source. Like if you're using Python, you will be using so many Python packages using pip install. If you're using npm, in my case of ASP.NET, there is a step wherein we are doing a NuGet restore. What is that step is doing? Nothing but connecting to NuGet.org, getting the packages for you, and then restoring the package. Then the build is happening. What if the NuGet restore itself has some issues? The NuGet.org itself is down. Your build will not happen. As simple as that. So how do we avoid all such mistakes? So in this can all be avoided with the help of Azure Artifacts. And similar to Azure Artifact, if you want to know what are the other tools, so very well-known tool which is there in the market, it's JFrog. You got Artifactory, and there's one more, I just forgot the name. So these are very similar tools which will help you with storing and maintaining and managing your own packages. Okay, so Azure Artifact, as I said earlier, Azure Artifact is an extension that makes it easy to discover, install and publish NuGet, npm and maven packages. It is deeply integrated with hubs like Build, so that the package manager can become seamless part of your existing workflow. So it is highly integrated with your build pipeline. I'll show you how the integration works, don't worry. We can integrate and we can make this package management as a part of your existing workflow. Using Azure Artifact, we can create, share packages within the team. We can share code across the team and manage all packages type like Maven, npm, Gradle, NuGet, etc. And if there is nothing, you can maintain your own package manager also. Okay, what are the benefits of using Azure Artifacts? Keeping your artifacts organized, so you will have one single location wherein you have all your artifacts organized in one single location. Protect your packages. So as I said, what if the site is down, what if the source gets deleted, then you can keep your every public source package, including package from npm and all, safe in your own feed. So this is a private package manager which I'm talking about. So you will have access to it, you will be controlling it, you will be managing it, so it is all protected. Where only you can delete it, where it is backed by enterprise grade Azure SLA. Hence you're using Azure Cloud and you're storing everything on Azure, so it is again backed by enterprise grade Azure SLA. Integrate seamless package handling into CI/CD pipeline. As I said, easily you can access all your artifacts in your build and release. Artifacts can be easily integrated natively with Azure Pipeline CI/CD tools. So once you have your packages inside your Azure Artifacts, if you want to create and easily integrate your packages with your CI/CD tool, then it can be done very easily. Now this is a bit of definition what exactly is Azure Artifact is. Okay, so we'll see two ways how do we use Azure Artifact. One way, I'll create an Azure Artifact feed and we'll have whatever existing pipeline we have, I'll package those and push it to my feed. Then I'll show you how do we consume it using build pipeline, one way. The second way will show you how do I share this packages with other developers. For example, I will try to create a new project. Inside that new project, I'll show you how do we access the existing packages from Azure Artifact. This is two things what we'll do. Okay, so let's go back and let's start with the demo. Before that, if anyone has any questions, do let me know. Anyone, any questions about Azure Artifacts, guys? No one? Okay, let's go back and let's start using Azure Artifacts. Still loading. Okay, why it is so slow? Can you guys hear me? Am I audible? Perfect. Because it's taking.
Yes, Rohit, yes.
Perfect. Okay, so the first thing is we need to go and create an artifact feed. So basically the feed is nothing but it will help you host and share your packages. So all your packages and everything will come inside over here, and this can be kept into a centralized location, that is artifact. And don't confuse yourself with the artifacts which we create with the build pipeline and this thing. So this is complete package, guys. So your complete application will be packaged into a DLL files if you're using .NET, and it will be kept over here. Okay, that package can be easily shared with anyone. That package can be easily used in other applications and things like that. As if now, if you see this application what we have right now, that doesn't have any, where are we? Okay, as if now this application what you see over here, if you remember it right, we haven't used any packages, we haven't installed any packages, any third-party packages, but still I can package this complete application and I can push it into my artifact, so that if anyone else wants to use it, then they can use it. And one important part, if you see the build pipeline, and the build stage, this very important NuGet restore. So NuGet restore is basically what exactly it's doing. It is connecting to this source and restoring your packages. What if the source is down? So we'll go and change this to source itself. I want the packages to be restored from my own source, not from NuGet.org. So all this thing, all these things we'll try and do today. Okay, so first thing first, let's go back to your artifacts. And this is I'm showing for .NET. Similar things can be done for Java, Maven. Similar things can be done for Python, pip, and other packages, whichever packages you want to maintain. npm. Okay, let's go on to artifact, create a feed. Let's name this artifact whatever name you want to give it. Let's name it as web app DevSecOps, something like this. Visibility, you want members of devopsmela to use it, so this will be given to complete organization. Do you want to include packages from public sources? Yes. Do you want to include packages from these sources? Yes. What is the scope of this this feed which you're creating? So as of now, I'll just keep the scope for my own project. I don't want to share this with other projects. So let's go and create this. So if you see this, I have the feed created. There are multiple ways to connect to feed. One way is connect to feed. What are the packages you're using? So this is Visual Studio packages. So I can use Visual Studio. These are the commands which you can go and execute. I'll see this later. For now, similarly, if it's npm, then these are the commands. If it's Maven, these are the commands. This is how. So this becomes part of your POM file. Okay, wherein you can place this. Okay, for now we'll focus on Visual Studio. So I have the feed created. Now the first scenario, I want my existing pipeline to push the packages inside this artifact. So I can go and edit this file itself, edit this task itself. Now there are multiple things which I don't want over here. I don't want this deployment to happen, so for now I'll just go and comment this out. So I'm just commenting all this because I don't want this to run. I'll just comment all complete release itself. Rest everything is okay. Okay, and this NuGet command, I'll be adding some more NuGet commands over here. So after the build, I'm adding a NuGet command. So what is the scenario? I want this existing application to be packaged and to be pushed inside my artifact, so that later I will take out this NuGet restore command and I'll restore it directly from my own package manager. I will not use a third-party package manager. That is one scenario. Other scenario will be using the artifact, and I'll be creating a new application and I'll be sharing this package with my new application. So this is all what we'll do. So for the first scenario, we need to have NuGet commands. So over here I'll be using a command called NuGet package. Okay, so what exactly it will look like? It will look for a proj file. It will package and it will put the packages inside this folder, build artifact staging directory. Where exactly it will put it? It will put it inside this build artifact staging directory. Okay, now this steps should come, the package steps should come after your build. Before the build, if you do, nothing will come. It should come after the build. Okay, so now this step is added. If you want to enable versioning, you can go and enable versioning also. So even that is a feature of Azure Artifact. If you want to enable version, you can do it. So this is, you are doing a packaging right now. So what it will do after the build, it will also have one more task added, wherein it will create a package for you, a package file for you basically. Now what do you want to do with this package file? I want to push this package file into my artifact, the feed which I have created, my own feed. Okay, so I can have one more NuGet command. This time I'll be using the command such as push. Okay, what exactly is getting pushed? Let's see that. So if you see this, it is what exactly it is pushing. It is pushing from build artifact staging directory where my package is getting created, and it is pushing .NuGet packages. Okay, and it is ignoring some symbol.packages. These are additional files which is not required. So that is, if you see this exclamation, that means it is ignoring that file, and only the NuGet packages are getting pushed. Okay, so where exactly you want to push? What is the target location? So I have my own target location, correct? We have created our own feed. Oh, there are so many feeds. What is the name of my feed? Web app DevSecOps, correct? This is the feed. Allow duplicates to be skipped. If you want allow duplicates to be skipped, you can have this box checked. Okay, or you can just, if you want duplicate values also, you can have this unchecked. It's up to you how you want things to be done. Now this is the push. This will come after the package command which you are executing. Where is the package command? Over here. This will become after this. Okay, error. I just have to add this. Perfect. Done. This is how your, if you want to remove this copy and this task, this is not required for now. So we are just doing a package and push for now. That's it. So what did we do? I have added two NuGet commands. Why did I add? I am packaging my existing application and pushing it to my own private feed. Why exactly I'm doing that? That in future, if I want to restore and NuGet.org is down, or if the third-party packages which I'm using, which I'm not using in my application right now, but just imagine if you're using, then my build is not stuck, my application is not unfunctional. I can still do a build from my own private feed. I'm not dependent on others. So in order to achieve that, this is the initial thing what we are doing, packaging and pushing to our private feed. Now let me save this, and this pipeline will get executed automatically, hopefully. No, so we'll just run it manual. So there are two tasks which we have added, and I have just removed all other tasks, just such as your copying files, your creating a drop location. All this I have removed. That is not required right now, and I just kept it very simple. Initially it will happen NuGet restore, it will connect to NuGet.org and it will do a restore, it will create a build, and post that it will push things to my Azure artifacts. See, there are commands. I can have display name included, guys. So if you see, there are so many NuGet command now. Now we don't know what exactly is this. So how do I name this? We can have a display name. Display name is like a print statement. So wherever you want, you can have a print statement, and that namings will be given over here. Okay. Now if you see this NuGet package command, there's an error. Now what is the error? NuGet version error. Let's leave the raw. Failed to exit. The package counter SDK style project is not supported. Use .NET Pack or MS. Okay, so there is a. It is asking to use .NET Pack or MS Build Pack to pack this project. Instead, you can override the behavior setting the NuGet enable legacy CH project environment variable to true. I can have this variable created. Let's go back. Let me see if we have some variable option which we can set to true directly. Back. Let me have this placed over here. Let me see if it works. This will not work. Let's get this removed. NuGet is not accepting this. It is asking to use .NET Pack. Or MS Build Pack. This is just a build. Okay. Here's the pack. What is the unique NuGet version we're using at the top? NuGet install. Let's go and use. Let me see which version we have used previously. I think 4.4.
Yes, 4.4.1.
4.4.1. Are you sure? So I'll have this changed over here. So the latest version is not supporting the command NuGet Pack. 4.4.1. This looks good. 4.4.1. Now let's run this. I want this to run automatically. Just have this removed. Okay, now this will run automatically. We don't have to go into it manual. Perfect. Let me go and check my old projects. I don't know which version is this. You can see the run. Found version 6.3.1. Okay, 6.3.1. 6.3.1. Okay, let's see 4.4.4 works or not. Detected NuGet version 4.4.4. This is what we are using. Okay, let's wait while the build is happening. Hopefully the build should not fail this time. The change in version. No, the build is happening right now. 3.0. Link directory. The NuGet command is running now. Failed. The error is this time auto detection using embedded button use operation. Where's the error? Invalid cast unable to cast object to type system.sync type NuGet framework. Oh, this is something. Wait, let me see. Which version we have used? Let me verify. Six 6.3.1. We're using very old version right now. Six 3.1. Let's see. In the meanwhile, let's go and see the previous error. Fantastic. Let's wait while the run is still happening. This time this worked. Let me see these logs first. Successfully created the NuGet package. So this is the version mismatch. Let me see the error again, which version we were using over here. Okay, 6.5.0. this was the latest one and this was not supported. And then we used 4 point something. Again, there was some framework issue error over there. So guys, make sure to have this specific version when you are doing this package thing. Okay, and don't worry about this latest version. There is a different way. We'll have to use .NET package command and everything in between, not NuGet. Then we can still build package the application with .NET package command, or we can use the variable. We can set the variable as true and then we can still build it. Okay, so as of now, if I see the build is successful and I was able to successfully build and push the packages. How do we verify? I can simply go to my artifact section. Do you see DevOps web apps? This is your application. Version 1.0.0. There's no versioning enabled, but if you enable versioning, you can see multiple versions as soon as there are changes. Now if you see this, this is how your packages looks like. This is the version file. If you want, you can just download onto your local also. Okay. Now the second part is, how do I use this package? How do I know if things are getting built from my own package? So one way, I can go to the same build pipeline, and this time I'll just remove this package and push task because that is not needed. You can keep it, there's no harm, but this is not needed, so unnecessarily I'll not waste my time. So I'll just remove this part. And for testing, what I'll do, this restore I'll remove, and I'll add a restore, but this time I'll restore it from my own source. I'll go and do a restore, but this time the feed, I'll be selecting my own feed. So this is my feed. The name of my feed is Web App DevSecOps. Correct? This is my own feed. I've selected this feed. Use packages from NuGet.org. If you check this box, if there are some additional packages which is not there inside your private feed, then it will go and download the packages from the source, actual source. If you check this box, if you uncheck it, if there are some additional packages and because of which your build needs to run, then your build might fail. But if you're sure that no, everything is there in my private feed, you can check this box, uncheck this box. It's totally up to you. Okay. In my case, I'll keep it checked. Now just have this task added over here. Now the only difference, the restore is still there. So we will still do the restore. The only difference is that I'm doing the restore from my own source now. I am not going on NuGet.org to do a restore, or I am not dependent on any third-party restore for doing this restoration. Okay, in the meanwhile, let me open Visual Studio and keep it because it takes time for the second demo. Okay, now this restore is done. So what are the steps we are running right now? So we are doing a NuGet install, then we got specific version of NuGet, then we are doing a restore, then after the restore I'm doing the build, just to making sure the build is happening or not, and from where exactly the build is happening. Rest everything as I've commented out, it's not required. I'll just save it. And let's wait and see if the restore is happening. Hopefully everyone understood what exactly we are trying to do, guys. So we got the package created. Now I have pushed the package inside my own feed. Now I'm testing the package. How do I test it? The main step, NuGet restore, wherein the package gets restored. I remove the NuGet restore command and I have added one more NuGet restore command and change the endpoint to my own feed. So the restore will happen from my own feed, not from a public source. As simple as that. That is what the logic is. So tomorrow, if the public source is down, if the package got deleted, if the version got upgraded, anything as such happens, you don't need to worry about. You can connect to your own source and you can still run your applications. Still run your application, build your application, deploy your application. You're not stuck. Okay, that is the main target. See, package source with this name, it will not give you your own package name because that is hidden, and this is what the package name it is showing right now. But if you want to verify, you can come down. Now do you see, apart from this api.nuget.org, why you're getting this link? Because of that box we have checked, that if there's anything left for which the restore command needs to go on to nuget.org to download the package, it can go. But if you see one additional link over here, package.dev.azure.com devopsmela and the package ID. So basically it is going to your own package manager and it is doing the restore right now. Understood? This is going to your own package manager, and if you see your build is successful, it went to your own package manager and it did the build successfully. So you don't need a third-party app, a third-party package manager to do your build. You can do your build from your own package manager. This is what exactly has happened right now. So we were able to successfully build our application using our own package manager. That is package.dev.azure.com. You are not dependent on NuGet.org now. This is one scenario. This is how you will be in real time. This is how you will be consuming your packages. So just imagine the package push was done by some other developer, and now you have some dependency on the previous application. So you just use it inside your build by this command NuGet restore, and just giving the source, your end source, to that particular package. Okay, so there are a couple of things we did. Firstly, we did a package and we did a push so that we have that application getting packaged inside your artifact. Secondly, we just consumed it using a build pipeline. So as I said, Azure Artifact is tightly integrated with your build and release pipelines also. One way. Now the second scenario, you want to share this package with some other developer. Imagine there is a developer who is building a new application. Let's have the new application created. I have the Visual Studio project open. That's why I kept this Visual Studio open at one place. So just name this any application name, randomly just create that. So a developer is creating a new application. Now the developer has a direct dependency, the application has a direct dependency on my application, and he need to consume some of the application packages inside his application. How do he do it? So one way, we can make use of Azure Artifact, and using Azure Artifact we can share our packages with other developers also. So that is what we'll see. How do we share packages, Azure Artifact packages, with other developers? Okay, let's wait while the Visual Studio is coming up. Okay, so this is my application, is the new application. Firstly, that user should be part of your project, and user should have access to consume packages. Keep that in mind. If the user doesn't have access, then forget about sharing. Okay, now if you go into dependencies, as if now there's no packages. These are all default files. Okay, there's no packages as such. Okay, now I want to share my own packages, this application package, which is there inside my Azure artifacts, with a developer, for example. Now I can simply go at the top. Do you see there's an option to connect to feed? Click on connect to feed, and you can use Visual Studio. These are the steps which you need to follow in order to share packages. Okay, how do you do it? The first step is go to tools. Inside tool there's an option of NuGet package manager. In the package manager there's an option of manage NuGet package for solution. Click on that. Now there is no install package as of now. Now do you see the package source? The package source is NuGet.org. This is a third-party source. So if you go and browse, like suppose you want to have some package related to storage account, like you want to use something related to storage account inside your application. See, do you see the queues, common, blob? You will find it everything. Like if you want to use queuing service in Azure in your application. So without package manager, what you will do, you'll have to write the complete source code by yourself, connect to the API and things like that. With package manager, with minimum efforts, you can use the queuing service. That is one of the example. From where you're getting these packages? You're getting these packages from NuGet.org. And what is the version? 11.2.3. Just imagine you're using this version for now. You have installed these packages. This is depreciated. This package is depreciated. Just imagine some other package, standard storage. You're installing these packages version for now. Tomorrow the version changes and the version is not supported. What you will do? So hence you keep all this, whatever packages, third-party packages you're using inside your application, hence you keep it in your own private feed, in your own private package manager, so that if anything as such happens, you can still work on your application. Your application, your production is not impacted. Okay. But what my requirement is, I want the packages from my own source. So this is my source. So I need to go and add this source, correct? Let me copy this. Come to this gear icon, click on this gear icon. I'll remove this. Uncheck this NuGet.org. I don't want this NuGet.org. I will create my own source. What is the name? I'll copy this name. I'll put it over here. Okay. Now do you see the source? Web app-devsecops. Now in this source I don't have anything related to storage account. What is the name of my package? Let's come out. DevOps-web apps, correct? Let's look for DevOps-web app. I am currently logged in, guys. I am currently logged in and hopefully I should be able to see, and this person has all the rights on my account, so I have all the access. Now if you see, this is my package, DevOps web apps. If I want, I can simply go and click on install and I can get this package on this application. This is one way of installing. Other way of installing is you can also use NuGet command line. You can use this console. This is nothing but it's a PowerShell console, and you can run this command. If you go over here, there is a command over here. You can simply run this command to install. It's one of the same thing. Either install it from this window or run it through the command line. Is one of the same thing, nothing different. See this. See, it is connecting to my source. It got the packages. Now it is installing the packages for me. Now if I close this, do you see it shows installed now? How do you verify? I can go to my application, Solution Explorer. Now do you see there's the packages over here? Now do you see this is my nothing but it's a DLL file. This is a complete application which is now integrated with this new application. This is how you will be using existing packages from existing source. Two ways of consuming packages. One way in the build pipeline itself, wherein you do a restore. The other way, there's an application, if there's a direct dependency of your application. So this is very common use case which you see right now. So there are multiple modules which gets now in the microservice world. There are multiple modules which gets created separately. Okay. Now one module will have a direct dependency on another module. So this is how you will be adding the dependencies in real time. This is what the developer does. Okay. So that's it from Azure Package Manager. Make sure to practice this. Try this by yourself. Let me reiterate everything now. We created our own private feed. So basically we have created our own package manager. Initially I already had my application, so I have packaged that application and pushed that application as a package inside my own feed. Later I created one more build pipeline, and I have, in place of NuGet restore which was happening from NuGet.org, I have used my own feed and I have built my application using my own private feed. That was the first scenario. In the next scenario, I've created a new application, and the new application, just imagine, has a direct dependency on my existing application, and it will require the DLL file and things as a dependency. How do you consume it? Then in my tools, I went ahead in the NuGet console. I have added my own private feed as a source. For using your own private feed as a source, you need to have proper rights. So whoever is using it, he needs to have the package management rights. Post that, once we added the source, we just went ahead and downloaded the source and used the packaged. Now that package is reflecting inside my dependency tag. This is how anyone can go and use my packages. I can share my packages, use my packages. So this was an example of NuGet. Similarly, you can have npm packages, you can have pip packages, you can have maven packages, gradle packages, end packages, whatever packages you can think of, everything you can have. You get it stored on Azure Artifacts. Okay, similar tools as I said earlier, JFrog, Artifactory, and these are all some very well-known tools which you can use it for, which does the exact same thing what you're doing it right now with Azure Artifacts. Okay, so that's it from Azure Artifacts, guys. If anyone has any questions, please do let me know, or we can probably wind up the call for today. Anyone has any question with this Azure Artifacts? Mainly this will be done by developers, guys, but yeah, you will be creating the feed. You may end up packaging it, pushing the feed and things like that. You may end up doing it. Okay, but yeah, you should know what exactly this Azure Artifact is.
Rohit, could you please show where the .NET files are present in our Azure uh, drive link? Can you share it?
Okay, where the .NET files, it's there in the, okay, the application you're talking about which we created.
The .NET 3.1, that core application, where we can find that.
It's there in some folder. I don't know the name. Give me 1 minute. It is when we started. I think at that time I have uploaded. This one, 32. Not this one. Maybe on 33. Not 33. Then maybe this one. If it's not there, don't worry, I'll put it again, but it should be there. Okay, don't worry, I'll put it in today's folder, the .NET file also.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
But
I have searched in the all folders, but I didn't get it. So only I'm asking.
33. No, it is there somewhere now because I have uploaded. Someone used it also, I think. But where exactly? When was, okay? Do you see this? 24
Oh,
folder,
okay.
DevSecOps.
20. Okay.
Yeah. So your
Okay.
.NET application is right away.
Okay. Thanks for.
Folder 24. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much. Yeah.
Anyone else, guys? Any other questions? Any other doubt?
So is it possible to use a different what's it called, artifact like JFrog within the
Yes, it
Azure
is.
DevSecOps?
Yes, why not? You can use it. You can use JFrog, you can use Artifactory. There are others also. If you want to integrate those with Azure DevOps, yes, it's quite possible. The only difference it will be, you need to have a service connection created with JFrog, for example, and the only difference you will find out in the push and the restore command. So if the restore, now the restore is happening from this VSTS feed. This is my own private feed. Over here you need to have your JFrog feed. Okay, and the package push will happen, publish VSTS feed. In place of VSTS you'll have JFrog, and once you have service connection you'll have JFrog task also over here. You can integrate with JFrog and you can push it to JFrog. Quite possible. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, anyone else? Any other question?
I have one.
Yep.
In live projects, after every build, they are pushed those packages into artifacts or not?
No, like every time. That's why I've commented out. It's not every time you don't make a new packages, correct? new changes. But yeah, if you, there's no harm if you keep it also. Hardly how much time it is taking. In my case, I think in seconds, correct? This two command, okay, the previous run I have to go and check. So hardly it takes around 10-20 seconds. So if you want to keep it, your package and push thing, so each time a new version will be created. So if you see, it took 3 seconds and it took 6 seconds, total 9 seconds. Just imagine if it's a big application, it will take 20 seconds. Okay, so if you have these two commands running, then there's no harm. So what will happen, you can enable versioning, and once you enable versioning, multiple version copies will start getting created. And this is a storage which you're using, guys. This place is not free. We get 2 GB of storage free. Artifact storage is free initially. After that it gets charged. So you have to think from the billing perspective also before thinking to push every build to Artifact, because what will happen, new version will start, it will keep on getting created. Okay, so again you have to pay for storage to Azure. So think from that perspective. In my case, we are using free tier. I got 2 GB free right now. So 2 GB is a big amount. As if now, I think I have hardly used some MBs. Okay, but yeah, if you're pushing, like if there are 100 runs which is happening on daily basis, just imagine the amount of artifact you are pushing, and there will be a great confusion also which one to consume. Okay, so it's better to keep it simple, and whenever there's a new package which you're using, anything new got integrated to your application, at that time always you can do a package and push. So in real time, and just to answer your question, in real time we don't do package and push always.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other question?
Rohit, in that case, we have different versions, so it might be we have to push it, right? I believe.
Yes. If you have a see, now again it's your call. You are the developer. You have you are the you have built the development application. Now it's your call. If you think there's a new package which I have installed, something additional I have done, now that needs to be pushed so that it can be kept secure, then you can take a call. Now this is not a DevOps engineer's call, frankly speaking, guys. This is all, you just created the feed, given the feed to the developer. Now the developer will decide what package they need to keep it, what package they don't want, and things like that. Because eventually when the build is not happening because of this package mismatch or version mismatch or NuGet.org is down or things like that happening, you will give it to the developers asking this is what the issue which you're facing right now. Now if the developer has not kept the package in his private feed and any of such scenarios happened, then developer is in big problem right now. It's not your issue. It's not because of your build pipeline things are failing. It's because the package is not available. Now that is not your call. Now the developer has to take care of all this.
Okay. In case of any real disaster, restoration is part and take care by DevOps engineer. Right?
Yes. So this is, you can put in a guidelines. See guys, you have to put your packages into this feed. We got this feed created for you all. Now it's up to you whether you're keeping or not. And if you can ask the developer, do you want to run this package and push for all your build? If he says yes, and if you have a proper approval of storage and everything, no problem, do it. Who is stopping you? But yeah, you need to suggest them that all the developer, they are all aware that they are using a third-party package, and if they don't keep the third-party package secure in your own private feed, whether it's JFrog, whether it's Artifactory, or wherever they keep, down the line they will end up getting build errors. Okay, if there's a change in version also, they will down the line, the application will not respond and they will start getting build errors. So they need to keep their packages secure. So this is mainly a developer's responsibility. So just keep this in mind. Okay, there's something in the chat. When the feed is clear, how the transfer, the developer will be aware. So developer will also have the rights and everything. So they can view your feeds, they can check. Now if the developer comes to you asking, I want to create a private feed, you just create a private feed and give them the name that this is the private feed I have created for you. And they can use the package push command, and they can edit the YAML if they want, or if they ask you to edit the YAML, you can do the same thing for them and you can push the feed. So even they will be aware, guy, don't worry, you just have to give them the name, because even the developer will be part of your part of your project. This like support DevSecOps, even your developer will be part of this project, so they can even go and see by themselves what exactly this feed is all about. Okay, and even the application name will be visible over here, because your feed will be more related to the application what you're using, and you will be using the same name. Now see, I have downloaded the feed once in my Visual Studio. Do you see there's one download over here? This is because I have downloaded the feed, so even the counter is started over here. Okay guys, anyone else, any other questions? Okay, if no questions, make sure to practice this. Tomorrow we'll start with Maven, not an application will start, not a new project, but we'll focus on Maven. We'll see basic Mavens, and we'll see the life cycle of Maven, and we'll see manual Maven. How do we build and build a project using Maven manually? Again, that is something we'll see. Then post that from Monday, we'll start with Java Spring Boot application. Okay, which application? Java Spring Boot application. That is the second project. In the second project, we got multiple things. We'll have unit test cases, we'll have code coverage, we'll have code analysis using SonarQube. So there are n number of things what we will be doing with Java. So it's, I think, the complete week. Next week is complete on Java project. So make sure no one misses it. That is very important from DevOps perspective. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.